If you've been trying to relax and your mind or body just won't settle, there's a very real reason for that. We're living in a world that's deeply dysregulating for our nervous systems in ways that most of us don't fully realize, but that our bodies are constantly responding to. Our brains and bodies evolved over hundreds of thousands of years in environments where stimulation came in waves and bursts, where periods of stress or activation were spaced out with periods of quiet and safety. But the world we're living in right now is incredibly different. There's a near constant stream of information, urgency, and emotional intensity flowing toward us through our phones, the news cycle, social media, and the pace of modern life itself. And when our nervous systems are exposed to this kind of continuous stimulation, they begin to lose the natural rhythm of activation followed by settling, leaving many of us living in states where we feel overstimulated, wired, exhausted, and unable to find true calm or relaxation. And from this perspective, it makes sense that relaxing can feel almost impossible. What we're really working with is a nervous system that's still in overdrive and that hasn't had a chance to register that it's safe to settle. The good news is we can learn to settle our nervous systems in gentle, body-centered ways. And as we start to do that, our ability to relax often comes back on its own. And that's exactly what this meditation is designed to help you with. In this somatic meditation to settle your nervous system, I'm going to guide you through a few of my favorite body-based ways of regulating your nervous system so you can find relaxation again. We'll start with self-havening and orienting, and then we'll move into body scan breathing, and I'll guide you every step of the way. These somatic techniques give your nervous system very clear signals that it can start to shift out of that constant state of activation and relax again. Welcome to Somatic Healing Meditations, the podcast that helps you regulate your nervous system, deepen your healing journey, and feel better in your body. I'm Karenna with Hello Inner Light, and I'm so happy you're here. I'm a somatic healing coach who specializes in compassionate, body-centered processing that helps you heal the wounds that are holding you back. So if that's the kind of content you need more of in your life, please subscribe to this podcast and join me every Friday on this beautiful journey out of your head and into your more embodied and authentic self. And as always, if you'd like a place to keep exploring this work with support and consistency, you can join me in regular live somatic healing meditations, coaching, and workshops, and get ad-free access to this entire podcast inside Somatic Healing Hub. Somatic Healing Hub is a beautiful, deeply supportive online community filled with the structure, support, and somatic practices to help you create real, lasting change in your nervous system. I'd love to see you in there. You can find all of the information in the show notes. And I just want to thank you for supporting my small, woman-owned business. It truly means the world to me. Now, before we dive into this uninterrupted meditation, here's a quick word from the sponsors that make all this free content possible. Now, let's dive into this somatic meditation to settle your nervous system. So, finding a time and a space where it's safe and comfortable to turn your attention within. Begin to do self-havening. So, if you're not familiar with self-havening, it's a soothing type of self-touch that creates more regulation in deep parts of our nervous system by down-regulating our amygdala. And it can be done in 3 ways. One way to do self-havening is just to rub your palms together. Just rubbing your palms together with a pace and a pressure that feels nurturing and soothing. The second way to do self-havening is to rub down your arms from shoulder to elbow, just going down in sort of a moving hug. And the third way to do self-havening is to rub anywhere on your face, cheeks, or forehead with your palms or fingertips. Again, just doing it in a way that feels soothing and nourishing, at a pace and with a pressure that feels good to you. So, when you're doing self-havening, you can do any of those motions, rubbing your palms together, rubbing down your arms from shoulder to elbow, or rubbing your face, cheeks, or forehead. And again, this touch is down regulating your amygdala, which is the kingpin of your stress and trauma responses deep in your brain. So, doing the self-havening in any way that feels good to you, moving between those 3 locations, those 3 types of touch. And we're going to begin with our eyes open. So as you're doing the self-havening, just take a moment to visually scan your environment. So slowly and gently moving your eyes, head, and neck. Just begin to notice the colors and textures around you. Noticing the light and the shadows. Noticing the objects around you, but instead of focusing on the objects, focus a little bit more on the space around the objects and the space between the objects. And now just let your eyes rest on something they enjoy looking at, and give yourself a gentle breath. And now, if it feels safe and comfortable, let your eyes close, continuing to do the havening touch with your eyes closed. And just take a moment to listen to all of the sounds that you can hear right now. Just doing a simple inventory of each sound that's available to you. And now taking 2 gentle breaths and listen to the sound closest to you right now. Now, bring your awareness to how the havening touch feels. So, slow it down and really begin to feel the texture of your skin. You can feel the texture of your palms with all of those little lines running across your palms. You can feel the texture of your fingertips with all those tiny little bumps and ridges that form your fingerprints. Notice that you can feel the temperature of your skin and the gentle pressure of the self-havening. And as you're feeling the havening touch, notice that you can also feel your body sitting in the chair or lying in the bed. You can feel your weight resting down into the chair or the bed. You can feel all of the parts of your body that are coming in contact with the chair or the bed. And just feeling what that contact feels like. Now bringing your awareness to your breath. Notice that you can feel the air moving in and out through your nostrils. And notice that you can feel the rhythm of your breath causing your chest and tummy to rise and fall. And at this point, you can let the havening touch go. Unless you want to keep doing it, that's okay too. But now we're going to move into some soothing and regulating breath work. So bringing your awareness even more to your breath. And imagine on your next breath that you could breathe in through your heart and out through your belly button. Even imagining that you could feel the space or the distance between your heart and your belly button. Imagining on your next breath that you could breathe in through your heart and out through your shoulders on both sides. And again, imagining that you could feel the space or the distance between your heart and your shoulders. On your next breath, imagine that you could breathe in through your right ear and out through your left elbow. Again, feeling the space or the distance between those 2 points. Breathing in through your left ear and out through your right elbow. Feeling the space or the distance. And imagining that you could breathe in through your knees and out through the soles of your feet. Feeling the space or the distance between your knees and your feet. And now letting that go. And just ask your body how it wants to breathe. And while you're breathing in the way that your body wants to breathe, just feel the residue of this practice. Feel the effect of this nervous system reset on your body. And taking a few more breaths. When you're ready, just bring some gentle movement into your body. Maybe you could gently stretch or wiggle. Moving in the way your body wants to move, ever so gently. And then when you feel ready, just gently open your eyes. Great work. So, how was that somatic meditation to settle your nervous system? What shifted within? And how do you feel now? Do you feel more relaxed? Please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining me today. And as always, if you'd like to take this work deeper, you can join me in regular live somatic healing meditations and get coaching and ad-free access to this entire podcast inside Somatic Healing Hub. And you're also invited to enroll in my free mini course, the Feel It to Heal It mini course, to deepen your compassionate understanding of yourself, connect more deeply with your body and emotions, and learn how to feel your feelings in a healing way. If you enjoyed today's episode, it would mean so much to me if you would subscribe to the podcast and also rate and review it. You could also send this episode to a friend who you think would enjoy it. And don't forget to join me every Friday on this beautiful journey out of your head and into your more embodied and authentic self.